New to Dungeons and Dragons and not sure how to be a player at the table? Well, let's break it down. Mounted combat is one of the most epic moments in Dungeons and Dragons. You're charging into battle on horseback, or maybe even riding a griffin or a dire wolf. According to the 2024 Player's Handbook, any willing creature that's at least one size larger than you and has the right anatomy can serve as a mount. So, no, you can't ride your halfling buddy into combat, but a horse, a camel, or even a tamed giant lizard, totally fair game. Getting on or off your mount isn't free. It costs movement equal to half your speed. For example, if your speed is 30 feet, hopping on a horse costs 15 feet of movement. That means you can't just jump on right across the battlefield and dismount all in the same turn without thinking about your movement economy. Here's where things split. Controlled mounts versus independent mounts. A controlled mount, like a trained horse, acts on your turn and can only dash, disengage, or dodge. Think of it like a tactical partner. It moves when you say so, but it's not making attacks on its own. An independent mount, like a griffin you persuaded but didn't train, keeps its own initiative. It lets you ride, sure, but it does its own thing in combat, maybe clawing at enemies while you hang on for dear life. Picture your paladin charging into battle on a warhorse. The horse uses dash to close distance while the paladin makes a melee strike. But if the paladin is riding a griffin, the griffin might swoop at its own target while the paladin swings from the saddles. Of course, the risk of mounted combat is, well, falling off. If something tries to move your mount against its will, you'll need to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw, or you're hitting the dirt prone within 5 feet of the mount. Same deal if you or the mount gets knocked prone. You've got to make a save or get ready to eat dust. Here's an example. A fireball goes off, blasting your horse sideways. Roll that save, or you're suddenly face first in the mud while the goblins laugh. Mounted combat adds cinematic flair and tactical options, but it also comes with risks. Master the rules and you'll feel unstoppable charging into battle. And speaking of tricky battlefields, next time we're diving deep into underwater combat and how fighting changes when you're swinging swords and slinging spells beneath the waves.